morning. This is exercise with Mae, Ruby Rose, and today we're going to do a little bit of Pilates, core work and stationary work. So first we're going to sit in an upright position, feet crossed, back stiff and up, shoulders back and down. And we're just going to breathe in. We're going to roll our hands up to the ceiling. We're going to breathe in. Deep breath in and exhale as we release. And then we're going to go from our heart chakra, curl our hands under, and we're going to stretch our arms out. So deep breath in and exhale. Straight parallel to the ground. Pulse 2, 3, 4. Bring them into heart center, cross and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to move over a little bit because I haven't got much arm room. Now breathe in again, lifting up and to the top, looking up and rolling over our feet, exhaling. Now you may feel a bit of a pull at your thigh or your buttocks. Just if it pulls too much, just pull back in a bit and release that muscle. So maybe it's not warmed up enough. If you're stretching, you can actually pull a muscle as well. Now separate your knee from your right knee from your cross of your legs and put one leg back, which is your right leg. Then we just breathe in again. Then we twist our body to our left knee and we exhale out and we reach as furthest as we can. Exhaling as we go. I'm exhaling differently because basically I'm talking at the same time, so don't mind me. And lift up with our core, not with our hands, so lifting our hands up. And that's almost mermaid. And we just stretch over as best as we can. Now, next exercise, I want you to inhale, and then what we do, I'll demonstrate. Inhale, and then put our hands in between over our bent knee, and then reach up and then stretch out. And if it pulls in your arm, just pull it behind your back and stretch out a bit more. Okay. Then we change legs, bring the other leg in, other leg out. And we bring in, twist our bodies and we lay into that knee. You'll feel another pull in your buttocks and thigh on the bent knee, right knee. Then lift up as best as you can without touching the ground and stretch over into mermaid and stretch. You may feel a bit of pull down this side of your body, but don't pull too hard. Don't pull into strain. Then we lift up again and we do the other same movement that we did the other side. And we lift up, pull, and then we release slowly down. Okay, now put our feet all the way front forward, so pointing our toes, pushing them back, pointing them out, pushing them back. And we sit up tall and we inhale. And we reach for our toes as best as possible, depending on how flexible you are. If you need to bend at the knees, that's fine, or just reach for your ankles. Now we bring our knees in to heart center and we hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can even go into child pose. Really pull in, but don't pull in too much with your neck. 2, 3, 4. Now we stretch our legs out, staying on our tailbones. In. We do this 5 times. 2, 3, 4, and then 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, release. Curl over and touch our toes. Remember, always recovery stretch after an exercise of exertion, because we need to release those muscles again back into natural form so they can heal and repair and tighten best. Okay, next exercise, we bring our right leg in, point our toes, and bring it in as far as possible. Then we stretch out, point our toes, next leg in, and we point our toes. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to lay down onto our backs, and we're going to stretch one leg at a time at table position. So 1. Now, the lower you go with your leg, the harder it is. The higher you go, the easier it is. So, tabletop position, I like to stay in the mid-range. 2. Other leg. Do 5 on each side, that's 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Now, holding each chest, knees to chest, rolling up and stretching up. Now we're going to just stretch as far as we can, hands down side by side and ballerina toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Bring them back into heart center. Squeeze in. Roll our feet out. And in. Now we're going to do an extended version of those legs. We're going to do bicycle legs. So what we need to do is bring our feet to tabletop. Hands behind your head. Remember to place your thumbs at your sides of your neck. And imagine there is an orange or some sort of fruit that you can visualize, or a tennis ball under your chin. So that means you don't push your chin straight down to your chest when you crunch. And imagine lifting your chest to the ceiling, not so much your head curled around. So imagine you're pushing your heart center up to the ceiling. Are we ready? So first we'll do a sit-up, normal plain sit-up with our feet up in the air, then we'll do bike. So let's go. 1, 2, 4, 8, 9, 10. And we curl in, holding hands over knees, curling our heads up as best as possible, but not too much. Now we're going to go into bikes. The same position with our hands and legs. Now what we're going to do is cross our elbow, right elbow to our left knee. And we're going to go push up and twist. So push up with our heart centers and then a little twist and then back down again as we go. So ready? Let's go. 1, down, up, down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we'll just pulse up, pulsing. Now we're going to go into hundreds. Now this is just a similar version of this. You can have your legs straight up or straight down or like that, as long as they're a little bit off, they're elevated off the ground. Now what you do is you just lie down flat and stretch out first. Stretch those muscles out. Reaching as far away from yourselves with your feet and your hands. Now lifting your knees up and you're at tabletop position or straight up. Now what we need to do is just lift our arms up and we push up with our core and we just stay here for a minute. We push out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now lie down, roll down. Okay, now into hundreds. That was just to stir up your abs and get them fired up. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, lifting your head, shoulders back and down, chest up to heart chakra center, hands parallel to the ground, legs up at whatever position you like. And we're tapping in, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5 till we count 100. Ready? Let's go. Thirty more. 20. Stay strong. Come on, 10 more. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, feet and knees to chest. Holding in child pose for a minute. And just wriggle your toes. Now the next one we're going to do is we're going to put our feet flat on the ground underneath us. And we're going to lift one leg. Now this is the dinner plate serve. Now all we need to do is stick our right foot leg out. And actually I'm going to take my shoes off because these exercises are best less restricted on your feet because you tense the muscles, the reasons why, in your feet, and they stay in a different position than they should, secured by the fabrics of the shoe. So it's best to have no shoes, a bit like other types of breathing, deep breathing exercises. So socks are okay, I suppose, but best barefoot. Okay, so what we need to do is lift our right foot up and point. Now, what we need to do is to remember what we need to do first for this exercise is to do tabletop plank. So reverse plank, so bridge. So what we need to do is we need to roll up. Now we're just rolling like a snake, curling its back round and up. We just lift up, holding all our muscles up, tight and taut. Separate our legs a little bit, shoulder width apart. And hold and press. Hold and press this value for a little bit longer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then rolling down from the top of our backs
into the middle, down into a setted entry value. Okay, now up again, ready, 2, 3, roll, breathe in and roll up every bone by bone and holding on our shoulders at this value, taut and tight, holding each muscle in and breathing normally, in and out, in and out. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release, exhale, down, bit by bit. Do we roll each scale down to center. Last time, one last time, 3 times is a good number to continue with and work with. Ready, so inhale, deep inhale from your diaphragm and stomach. Deep breathing in and hold and roll and exhale and holding, pushing as far as you can go, as far up to the ceiling, holding every muscle in, keeping it taut and wrought, rounded like every note on a key, and then rolling all the way down to the ground again. There we are. There's our position. So our backs need to be nice and flat, our tailbone sitting perfectly comfortable, and our shoulders and that pressed down and back too. Now what we need to do is lift our right leg up, pointing our toes. And we're just going to make the size of an entree plate, which is the old sizing of dinner plate. But first we're going to bring it into our chest and we're going to stretch it in. We're going to round our feet, round right clockwise and left anti-clockwise. We're going to stretch up, pointing our toes and bending forward and back and round, all the way around. Okay, so we're all stretched up. So now we need to place our foot in a perpendicular position, and we just need to circle clockwise, 1, as we're breathing in and out normally. So make sure your hips are set at entry and don't rock and move. And make sure your back is nice and firm to the ground and your shoulders down and back. And just you can place your palms inside of your palms just at your waist and just hold there to keep it in place so you don't rock and roll. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, you can go lower, 18, 19, 20, and just bounce it there for a little bit. The heel bouncing down, lift up, point toes, bounce down, lift up, point down, bounce toes, and heel. All right, now we're going to bring it in again to heart center, pushing in as far as we go, go, and just roll our ankles either way, turning them gently. Now we're going to go anti-clockwise with the same leg, so out and then in. So in, 1, breathing naturally, normally, 2, 3, we're going to do 20 of these, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Bring our legs in and back down to the sides of our body, stretching out all the way, pointing our toes, pushing. Imagine someone's pulling a rope from our hands and our feet away from our bodies and stretching all the way out as far as we can go. It's a good feeling, this stretch. I love this stretch. Stretch is a very good stretch to get us all back into the normal rhythm patterns of our motions. Okay, now what we need to do is do the other side. So whatever we do on one side, we do on the other side, equally as best as possible. We are asymmetrical animals, so basically what that means is one side is never perfectly the same as the other. There is always a slight altercation, difference, or determinations for some other reasons for it to be stronger or weaker in one part of the body other than the other side. So basically we're asymmetrical beings. We're like Picasso's painting's face. So everybody, let's put our feet at shoulder width apart, and we're going to raise our knee up first to our chest, our heart center, and we're going to pull it in, and we're going to roll our feet anti-clockwise, then clockwise in. Now whatever feels natural for you, see, if you've had an injury in your legs or your limbs or any part of your body, obviously you've had to adjust your body to work best for you and heal in recovery and repair. So basically some things are easier to do than others, and some directions of movement are easier to do than others. And we just have to listen to our bodies, best of all, and work with that, because that's where our body says stay put for a bit and we'll make it stronger another way. So don't push it too much into a position that is in pain or agony, because basically you could really injure yourself even long term more and end up disabled or hurt really bad another way. So let's try doing this again. So basically what we do is we stretch our legs out. I'm stretching my leg out and leave it just about a couple of centimeters off the ground and just bounce it. Now, it doesn't matter if some exercises are different on the other side as well, must I add, because basically we're working all muscles in the body. So it doesn't matter what exercise you do stationary. If you're focusing on one limb or one part of the body, it will naturally work the same similar muscles, just at different degrees. So some areas of your body might be more toned or more taut or more stronger or more flexible, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It means that your body is in need of strengthening those muscles that you're working on in a different sense, because basically they need to work that way because they have a weakness or a desire to do so. So hands on your sides, lifting your legs up to the ceiling and rolling round and round and round and round. Okay, so naturally, I should be stronger in my left, but I'm stronger for some reason both, in a difference of opinion. So what we're going to do is we're going to point our toes, and I'm going to do it a little bit higher this time because I need a little bit easier for this leg. And I'm going to go anti-clockwise after I go clockwise. So we go in, 1. Don't forget to hold your hip center, because basically we don't want to rock and roll our hips. We want to keep them nice and sedentary and stiff and taut and in position for our bodies, for our limbs just to do all the work and not our hips or our buttocks or our stomachs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, feel the burn, 13, 14, 15, burn as good as 16, 17, 18, 19, last one really slow and around 20. Challenge yourselves. You don't necessarily have to do the exercise more times to challenge. You can do it slower or concentrate on it more ferociously, more subconsciously as well. So basically you can put it into your minds that that's how you want to move that muscle or that body part. Okay, so we go down parallel to the ground and we bounce. We're just hopping with our heels pointing downwards, pointing our toes, heels down. Okay, now we lift up, we stretch up to our heart chakra, and we do the opposite side of the table, top table setting plate. So we're going to go anti-clockwise, so 1, 2, 3. If you get a cramp in your foot, just stretch it out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go a little bit slower. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, feel the bones, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now hold up, point your toes, bring it down, heel down, push it again, push your heel down to the ground, point again, heel down, point again, heel down. One more time, point again, heel down. Now, bring your feet into froggy feet and stretch it out. Also, now bring it into heart center. Stretch your legs up, point your toes as far as it goes. Again, toes as far as it goes. One last time, point your toes as far as it goes. And holding in. Well done. So, we've done that exercise. There are many more exercises I can do with you, but for now, let's have a break, have some water, and maybe do something else in between, because it's a basically interval training we're doing all day, every day. We've got to increase our heart rate, then bring it down, and then to normal rate, do something else, work other muscles, do some cleaning, some washing, some shopping, some child wearing, some parenting, some disciplining, whatever it may be. We're all working our bodies, even if we're just moving our mouths. We're concentrating and we're focusing on the motions between mind, body, and soul or spirit. So I'm glad you had a nice little recap of exercises you're probably most aware of and do quite regularly on time and time again. It's nice to just have a difference of opinion and a different way of saying it and doing it. Like most, everybody has their own voice and everybody can express it individually and appropriately to their needs and wants and desires. So that's enough of for now. Mae Lee, Ruby Rose's exercise regime. Please take care at all times and look out to someone in need who may need a hug today, or just say hello. Anyway, ciao, and we'll be back again later. Bye.